My name is Malcolm Payne, and using the system of problem called solution, I will be talking about why college athletes should be paid. The first reason college athletes should be paid is because they receive no benefits whatsoever. College players receive 4 1-year scholarships, and that scholarship is basically no sweat off the institution's back. And what I say by that is 4 1-year scholarships is people assume that when you get recruited to a school and they sign you, that once you sign on the dotted line, that no matter what happens, they have to give you those 4 years of education. That is not true. They are signing you for that next year. So if something bad happens, if you get injured, then hey, they only signed you for that 1 year. If the coach leaves, he wants to take a better job somewhere else. When the new administration comes in, the new coaching comes in, they might not want to have you on the team. So you have to find another team. And another rule that needs to be changed is most of the time when players transfer, they have to sit out a year. So that makes players even more want to not consider going to college at all and just go to Europe to play their sport. Um, Also, a scholarship is no cost to the institution, like I said. For the worst, the highest institution, and the the cost is $60,000 for attendees, and for the lowest, it's around. It could be almost 15,000. And what happens is, for every game played in March Madness, $245,000 is made, and for every time a team is in a college bowl game, $325,000 is made for the school. So also the lowest 8 of the college bowl games make less than $1 million. With that being said, that $60,000 is being paid for tenfold by the output of these college athletes that receive nothing in return. Um, the cause of this is the NCAA regulations. The NCAA is basically the governing body. They're the police, if you will. And the problem with them is that they allow the schools to police themselves, meaning that the school, like if I work at Kentucky, I'm going to knock us for minor violations so that the NCAA does not come in and audit our school and see how we're actually running our program. So the NCAA, although it's the police, they don't really do too much policing. They're more concerned with making TV deals and setting up the newest bowl games to the tune of $627 million per year through both ticket sales and TV rights. And in fact, the head of the NCAA, Mark Emmert, makes $1.7 million a year in his nonprofit organization. And the solution to this is to simply allow players to get paid off their likeness. I have an example of 2 players who were very special athletes and ended up having to cut their careers short because of the rules, the NCAA regulations. The first is Terrell Pryor. He's a college player, used to play for Ohio State football. And in 2010, Pryor and 4 of his teammates were signing autographs and handing them out for pay. So they were suspended. The problem is he was selling something that had his own name on it. So the only person that could really be valuable to him is him and his Vans. So the NCAA should have never been able to step into that situation at all. And for this reason, Pryor decided to skip early and go to the NFL. And he struggled a lot because he wasn't really ready. He couldn't take that extra year. But He got suspended for 5 games, so that's half of a season. So he had to make the best decision for him and his family. And the second example I use is a man named Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M quarterback. He also got suspended. His suspension was a little bit less because he was receiving less money, and it was for autographing his jersey for sale. And the funny thing about this is the NCAA, after handing down the punishment to Manziel, put up on their website his jersey for sale. So that just shows you the type of hypocrisy you're dealing with when you mess with the NCAA. And the solution to this is just to allow players to get paid off of their jerseys, off of their likeness. And that is why I think college players should be paid.